called there at the end. But an open shot for Katie Lou, in and out. Grace Berger with a chance for game. Oh no. So close. That might have been my favorite FIFA game to watch of the year. That legitimately might be my favorite FIFA game to watch. You guys agree that was a great watch? Subscribe. We're trying to hit 36.1 thousand subscribers as soon as possible. If we could hit that by the end of the stream, that's insane. And by the way, for you guys in the stream, we're only at 370 likes. If we could get like, we're not going to hit 1,000. If we get 1,000 a video, that'd be insane. If we could get like 500 likes even, that would be unbelievable. But a 1-point loss to the Washington Mystics in a game where the Washington Mystics starters were struggling. It was the Washington Mystics bench in like Carly Samuelson plus 14. Sika Kone in the end was only plus 9, but she was plus 18 at one stage. After a 20-2 lead, Kelsey Mitchell rolled her ankle, she rolled her ankle after like 2 minutes, played another like 90 seconds, and was taken out, I think, for precautionary reasons. I think the team saw what they need to see. Like, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark, when they were on the floor, they were just balling. And then we saw the bench lineups in. Temi Fagbenle, minus 22. Erica Wheeler, minus 15. At one stage, Erica Wheeler, by the way, was minus 27 in that game. But Christy Wallace, 17 points. Katie Lou, 10 points. All in the, like, for Katie Lou, all in the second half. Grace Berger hit a big shot. Grace Berger, plus 15. Plus 15, plus minus. And I know she missed a shot at the end. She was a bit nervous. But Grace Berger gets over screens. She gets over screens. Like, I don't know how. This team doesn't know how to defend screens other than Lexi Hull. Grace Berger showed as much in those, 15 minutes she played, as Erica Wheeler has shown on the floor as a backup point guard. I think Erica Wheeler has done a really good job playing the 3 off the bench since the break with Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. I think she's been very, very bad as a point guard. I think she's been really, really bad as a point guard. Nalissa Smith, one of her usual games where it's like, she had 16 points, but I don't know what impact those 16 points had in the game at all. I really don't know what impact it had. It's like, it was the most like empty calorie 16 points I've ever seen. Again, she is a great finisher. She's like a good scorer in general, but like, but Victoria Saxton, man, I didn't even know what position she played. I didn't know what height she was. I barely knew anything about Victoria Saxton. Got some big rebounds, hit a massive 3-point shot, and was this close to having a seal to put them 1 up. And look, we all kind of knew Grace Berger had it in her, but like Saxton, who only barely played, like she barely played in her WNBA career, only averaged like 5 points a game at South Carolina. And one thing is I was very impressed with is Grace Berger's handle is way better than I thought it was. She did throw one wild pass. Thank you so much for the $10 post. Really appreciate it. But yeah, we are going to be on to the playoffs soon. But for the Mystics are so freaking good on as far as their depth is concerned. Like, Jade Melbourne is one of the best backup point guards in the league. Carly Samuelson is the better Samuelson. Walker Kimbrough might be, like, I think her not being in the conversation for 6th player of the year is a travesty. Yeah, you're probably going to give it to Tiffany Hayes. Walker Kimbrough should be in that conversation. She's that good. And they still, like, they don't have Aaliyah Edwards or Shakira Austin playing right now. Saxton, Graydon Smith, I don't disagree with you. I actually don't disagree with you. I think those 5 minutes of from Saxton's impact was more impactful than Nalissa Smith. I actually have to make that agreement. And again, I don't think Nalissa Smith isn't talented. But like, for me, it's like with Nalissa Smith, she's got all the talent in the world, but just the impact is not there. Thank you so much for the $9. Really appreciate that. 14-14 after an 0-12 start in Mystics, yeah. And the Fever did end up at 500 as well. which is, I mean, they want to be above 500, but they didn't really care. For Caitlin Clark, she did only have 8 points. The last time she shot a field goal was in the first quarter. She played 19 minutes. Aaliyah Boston had 10 points. Caitlin Clark had 8, 8, and 5. And to be honest, like, for people being like, oh, Caitlin Clark, she didn't even do anything when she was on the floor. Like, if she played a game, like, she normally plays 40 minutes a game. If she just doubled those stats for 40 minutes and had 16, 16, and 10, it's a hell of a game. So, it is what it is. Especially with the starting lineup, the team were cooking. And I think that's all Chrissy Sides really need to see. And surprisingly enough, like, I thought that it was a very, very good performance from the bench. I thought Christy Wallace was superb. I think Christy Wallace should be in that rotation spot instead of Katie Lou Samuelson. She might have played her way into rotation. And for Victoria Saxton, I was so impressed with what I saw today. She played defense, she hustled, she rebounded. Did someone in my chat just say the loss is on Caitlin Clark, who was positive on the floor and played 19 minutes? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. But, yeah, I was really impressed with how Saxon looked at the end of that game. And I wouldn't, like, look, you can't judge Saxon or Grace Berger based on these limited minutes. But, like, I really do wish they played more throughout the season. Especially with Grace Berger, because I think she showed flashes. Like 3 boards, an assist. Yeah, she turned it over twice, 2 points. I thought she showed flashes there of like good handle, good defense. She played downhill well enough. And I think with more reps, she could be a serious backup point guard. Especially with Caitlin Clark on the floor. Because she plays faster, a lot faster than Erica Wheeler. Even though Wheeler is faster, she plays faster. But all in all, I will say that was a fun game. That was a really, really, really fun game. So, I'm not upset with that. But if you are Indiana, I don't know. I just don't rate Nalissa Smith's impact. Like, again, in a game like today, it was not a Temi Fagbenle game. It just wasn't. Like, to be honest, I'm not even sure if the Connecticut Sun series is going to be a Temi Fagbenle game. It's going to be a Temi Fagbenle series, but like, if they win and they face the Lynx, it's going to be a Temi series. But that's the thing, is like, some games suits Temi, some games don't. Today did not suit her at all. But if Grace Berger hits that last shot, that would have been madness. Absolutely madness. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.